morning. Hello, welcome. We are in a different place today, a little bit different place. We're going to enjoy ourselves today, and we're going to make the most of this beautiful background. And we're doing our chair yoga today, so keep that in mind. Keeping all of those things in mind, chair yoga is going to be here. We're going to salute the sun. We're going to bring the sun out today, and we're really going to have a great time. So I hope that you are ready for chair yoga today, because that's what we're going to be doing, our chair yoga class. Hello. So get everything you need. Now, for example, I do not actually have a chair. I have a table, but I'm making do with what I have, because where I am, I searched around for an actual chair, and I could not find one, so I had to make do with what I had. So I went ahead and made sure that I had this setup here to go with everything I needed. So get everything that you need, because we are going to do our chair yoga, and we're in a different background today. So hope you like the background. It's a little bit different because I'm in a different space. So this is going to be cool. The sun is not up yet, but guess what? It's going to get brighter the longer we practice. So we're going to have a nice little beautiful sunrise here. We won't actually see the sun. The sun is kind of off to my right, which would be your left. And we're still going to have fun, though, either way, in this nice area here. So definitely say hello in the chat, just like we do all the time, saying hello, welcome, because we are going to get started with our yoga on the beach. Hello, Bee family. You don't think that I would be here this morning? I'm here. I am here. So what happened if you see the live that got rescheduled to next month? Because I am live on my phone, since I have over 1,000 subscribers, I can go live on my phone. Yes, it got switched to July, because with YouTube, if you schedule something on your laptop and you try to go live from the phone, it actually doesn't work. So you have to actually set it up differently. There is different things that you can go live from on Streamlabs that you can get that same live. However, when I tried it, the bandwidth was not that great here. So I decided I was going to just move that one to next week and then go live on a new link using this one. So that was what happened with that. I did test it out and everything, and the quality was not that great. So I wanted to do it this way, so that way it would be good quality. The joys of live streaming. It is what it is, but we make do. I did try to do Streamlabs, but like I said, it just was buffering and it just wasn't the best quality. So I wanted to make sure that there was going to be good quality for the class. Now I do have our normal music. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll probably move it a little bit here, so we get the music going. And again, this sun is going to come up. It's not that hot right now. Oh, I'm kicking this. It's not that hot right now, which is good. Where it's nice and cool enough to get us going. So yeah, I think everyone's probably trying to find the link. And unfortunately, with the links that I send out, I can't actually send it out because I have to go live right away. So let's see if I can actually help some people out and find the link, because that is a good suggestion, B family. I need to try to get that going for people. So let's see if I can pull it up myself and be able to get everybody on. So yes, I'm gonna copy that and send it on out. That way we got everybody on. All right, great. Okay. We're going to pick our intention word just like we do every single Saturday right here on the mat. Get that going. Now this mat definitely does not move around as nicely as my other mat, but we're still going to make do. All right. Give it some energy, give it a little tap. And I'm going to go ahead and pick the word. All right. Now, I don't know if you can hear the waves in the background. Try to set it up enough where you would be able to still see everything, get a nice little view. All right. And hear those waves. So yesterday's intention word was inspiration. Again, every single day I pick my intention word and I share it on my Instagram story. You can go ahead and check that out. Tianna Christine, Yoga with Tianna. You can see it there. All right. Will not leave you in suspense too much longer. So today's intention word is happiness. And I don't have to focus here on this camera, which is very nice. Happiness. So that's our intention word of the day. Remember to keep that going, spreading that happiness. I hope this beautiful sunrise is going to bring you some happiness, because that's how we do it. So again, if you have a chair that has no arms on it and a chair that has no wheels on it, it needs to have legs, but as long as it doesn't have wheels. If you do have a chair that has wheels on it, what do? Well, you can always put something underneath so it doesn't move. So you can do that, and you also can make sure that you go ahead and get it nice and secure. All right. Hello. Yes, Mommy, happiness is the word of the day. Yes. All right. Glad to see you were able to make it. I know that we had some trouble getting everybody on with the new link. So next month for chair yoga, we will use the other link. And so with the chat, it kind of goes away. Hey, Grand Rising, Jackie, Grand Rising. All right. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready for our practice today. So go ahead and get everything you need. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. I don't know if you all can hear it. All right. Over the crash of the waves. And if you are new, please say hello. My name is Tianna Christine. Today we are outdoors. We're getting a little bit of that vitamin D, and we're gonna do our chair yoga. We're gonna do mostly a seated practice today, so you don't have to worry. If you do want a prop, you can go ahead and grab your yoga block, and that can be your prop today. So get everything that you need, and let's go ahead and get started with our practice. So one, we just woke up, come into a nice comfortable seat, uncrossing your legs, getting yourself ready here for our practice. One, we give thanks. We give thanks to the Creator for waking us up this morning. We give thanks that we even woke up and said, you know what, I'm going to commit and do yoga today. So giving thanks for that. Let's go ahead and bring our arms up overhead. Breathe in. And on that exhale, let it out. Open mouth, let the arms come down. Roll the shoulders out. Go ahead and give yourself a little wiggle. We're going to take our hands onto our lap, get ourselves comfortable here, and just go ahead and bring ourselves to a little bit of mindfulness, maybe moving our neck. As we think about that intention word of happiness, we think about how maybe we have had some good, happy times out of this pandemic, maybe some sad times, but what were some good things that came out of it? So thinking about that, trying to focus on the happy today. We have so many reasons to be depressed, so many reasons to be angry or upset. But let's look towards the light. Be able to focus on things that are bringing us joy. because that happiness is what keeps things going, what makes everything worth it. So I hope that even just a morning yoga class can bring you a little bit of happiness. So as we begin to just settle in here, letting that all sink in, we're gonna have some happiness, some fun here today. Just taking a moment, feeling your sit bones, noticing if you're shifted on one side or the other, allowing your feet to uncross, feeling that weight underneath of your feet. Uncurl your toes, relax your fingers, let your shoulders relax. Just taking one more deep breath in, and on that exhale, let it out. Slowly going to take our chin down towards our chest, relaxing our neck and our shoulders. Give yourself permission to just be here in this space. And on that inhale, taking the chin up to neutral, taking that right ear down on the right shoulder. And I'm your mirror. So even though it may look like I'm on my right side, I'm on my left, but I'm your mirror today. Feel that stretch on the neck. If you'd like, maybe even taking your hand, place it there. And release, other side. And again, you can always take your hand to rest near your head. Again, feeling that stretch. And release. We're going to take our chin up towards the ceiling, or in my instance, the sky. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Lift up through the chest. Keep breathing. We're going to bring our arms up overhead to match our gaze. Maybe our hands come together, maybe they don't. Release the shoulders away from the ears. You can interlace your hands, but keeping those index fingers up, those thumbs crossed. Beginning to lift up through the chest. Bringing that navel in. Taking your gaze forward, neutral here. We're going to bring our right side down, so shift over towards the right. Again, lifting up through the chest, feeling that stretch along your side body. And then bringing it back up and over to the opposite side. And on that inhale, take it back up to center. Release the hands down. Let's roll out our wrist on the way down. Nice and slow. Of course, we like to get a little bit of wrist, fingers, and toes in our chair practice. So we're going to take those hands to heart center, interlace them. Go ahead and do your figure eights, moving your wrist around. If you haven't yet moisturized your fingers and your toes, go ahead and make that handy. And then stop, other side. All right. I see that sun starting to peek out. Again, we're going to salute the sun this morning, releasing our hands, shaking them out as if they were wet. We're going to take our hands down by our sides, give our feet a little tap, 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 tap. Tap our toes. Maybe seeing if we can keep those heels off the ground as we tap, tap, tap. So that means engaging those quads, lifting the feet, and lower the feet back down. We're gonna bend and pedal our feet, lifting opposite heel. So bending opposite heel, pedal your feet. This is really getting those calves a little warm up here. warming up the body. And go ahead and release those feet down. Again, about hip distance apart, give yourself some room. Now we're gonna forward fold. So if you'd like to give yourself a little bit of room in the center, feel free to bring your feet out a little bit wider. Do what feels comfortable to you. Get nice and even in your sit bones, okay? So on that inhale, we bring our arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. And on that exhale, we hinge forward. If you're in a chair with wheels, get nice and comfortable. Maybe you just stay here if you're in a chair with wheels. Or maybe you just feel like I want to just keep it here. So again, we bring our arms all the way down. Maybe if the hands don't quite touch, maybe you have a block, and you can always take your block and rest your hands on your block, whatever feels comfortable to you. Tucking your chin into your chest, look behind you. Keep breathing as you lower, releasing the tension on that lower back. Maybe your hands come down to the floor. Just give yourself a little rock here. Noticing if there's any strain within the shoulders, the neck. If your hips are a little sore, just continue to rock. Maybe shaking your head yes and no. Relaxing yourself here. Going to take 2 more breaths in the center. And on that next inhale, as we slowly bring ourselves up to a comfortable seat. If you have a block, go ahead and bring it off to the side. Taking those feet to neutral, right in front of you. We're gonna cross one leg over. So I'm gonna cross my right leg over my left. And if that's tight, maybe here your thighs, your hamstrings, maybe even those knees are tight and it doesn't quite cross, feel free to cross it down here. That's totally fine. Even if you have a block, go ahead and use your block. Maybe prop it up to the high position, take it here. Maybe there's some knee pain, recent surgeries, and maybe you can't get that knee up that high. That's okay. Go ahead and take it right here to the block. And if here's where you are, that's totally fine. Maybe you can reach down because we're getting ready to grab our feet. So maybe you reach down and you grab those toes, maybe give those toes a little rub. If it's here, go ahead and grab both thumbs and give your feet a little massage. I want you to press into the pads of your feet. So keep pressing in. All right. All right, I see that sun is peeking out. I'm getting some more light on me. And then I want you to take your opposite hand from your foot and go ahead and begin to bring your fingers, slide them in between your toes. Maybe it doesn't go in quite as much. Do it to your comfort level. Want to bring those fingers all the way through as much as possible. Begin to move front and back. Now again, with our chair yoga class, we like to give those toes, those feet some love. So just move it around. Keep moving here. A lot of my toe videos seem to be very popular. But you have to give your feet some love. And back and forth and around in circles. And once you've done your circles, let's go the opposite way. So even moving our ankle. And again, even if our foot is down here, you can go ahead and move it whatever's comfortable to you. Maybe you have a stool that you'd like to place your foot in. You can always lean down as well. Whatever feels good to you. And then we're gonna take each toe. We're just gonna give it a little wiggle, right? Like my little piggy, right? Each little toe. So again, if it's here, just giving each little toe a little shake, waking it up. And then we'll go ahead and take that foot down, give our knees a little rock, and do the same thing on the opposite side. So again, crossing that foot over. Again, give it a little stretch here. If it doesn't quite cross all the way, again, we have our block. Use your props. Go go ahead and set it up wherever's comfortable for you. You can set it up here. We're taking our thumbs, we're pressing into our foot. So whatever that looks like for you, you can do it here. And you can maybe bend one side, right? If you're not quite able to get here, you can always bend one side. If not, let's go ahead and bring it in and give it a press. We don't realize how much our feet are so important, right? They swell based on things that we eat. They get tired and achy, especially if you have on heels. I know most of the pandemic people haven't been wearing heels, self included. All right, now let's take our opposite hand, bring it through. Bring it all the way in. Again, go ahead and rock front and back. Moving your feet. And you may notice there may be some pain at the top, depending on if you had a long day wearing tight shoes or maybe just was on your feet. And then let's start to make those circles. And then bringing it back. All right, release your hands. And again, each little piggy is gonna get some love, a little shake, wake it up. We wanna be kind to our toes. All right, uncross and go ahead and give your knees a little rock. You can take your block off to the side. We're gonna take those heels, bring them down towards the mat. The toes are gonna flex back towards your body. So flexing those toes, I want you to sit up nice and tall, taking those hands down by your side. Flex your toes back. Maybe give those toes a little wiggle. Wiggle your toes. And then maybe see if you can move your little toes down and your big toe is back. And then opposite, swap it out. Big toe is down, the other toes are back. We wanna be able to move our toes around. So we're moving those toes. Very nice. Press down. Keep going. All right, and bring it back. Go ahead and give it a little rock. So here is like our windshield wiper knee dips. We're gonna open up those hips. So take your feet out nice and wide. We're gonna take the knees into the center. Let them fall in towards each other. Take those pinky toes up. Sit up nice and tall. You're gonna feel that stretch along the outside of your hips, maybe even the top of that IT band. And take it back up to center. We're gonna keep the feet nice and wide. So bringing yourself close towards the front of your chair. Taking your hands on the hips, the toes are out, the heels are in. Go ahead and bring yourself forward. So bringing yourself forward, I want you to lower those shoulders. So we tend to do this, lower your shoulders. Elbows are gonna come back. Lift up, exhale, flat back here. Bring it down, flat back. Bring your chest up, rise up. 2 more, dip the chest. Rise up. Last one, dip the chest down. And rise up. We're gonna bring those arms up overhead, bring it up. Exhale, hinge forward, wide forward fold here. Maybe you bring those toes parallel. Go ahead and bring it down. Rock from left to right. I'm gonna walk the hands over to the right foot. Maybe place that left foot over the right. Give it a stretch along your side body. Looking behind you. And on that exhale, walking it over to the opposite foot. You can always have your block here as well, so keep that in mind. and coming back to center. Give it a little rock. And on that inhale, slowly come back up. Bring those arms up overhead. Press into the feet. And exhale, take it down. All right, we already have our legs nice and wide. Let's go ahead and bring our left foot, point the foot out towards the side. Open it up just a little bit. We're gonna take that back foot, extend it out. So we're here in our warrior stance. So let's go ahead and bring ourselves into our warrior one. Readjust, you can get comfortable here. We're gonna bring both arms up into our warrior one pose. Relax the shoulders. Keep breathing. Now I want you to kind of keep that knee nice and bent. So maybe you want to adjust it where that knee is going to be right over the ankle. On that exhale, let's open out to our warrior two. Bringing that gaze right over that front ring finger. Keep breathing. Remember to lift up through the chest. Inhale to reverse our warrior. Gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. Open up through that front body. And on that exhale, as we come to our side angle, taking that forearm down onto the thigh, sweep the arm up overhead. Lift up through the chest. We want to open up our side body here. Open up that hip towards the side. And we want to lift our shoulders to almost stack them back, almost as if your back was against the wall. So again, bringing it over. Gaze up, maybe towards that arm. If this is too intense here, you can always swing that arm back, whatever's comfortable to you. So if you like to swing it around. On that inhale, let's reverse our warrior. And on that exhale, right back to our side angle. Again, remembering to lift up through the chest, continue to breathe as we stretch and strengthen our muscles. And inhale to reverse. And exhale to bring it down. We're gonna take our back foot in first, bring it back to center, and take that front foot, bring it in, give it a rock. All right. We're gonna do that same thing on the opposite side. So let's again take that foot out nice and wide. We're gonna bring ourselves over towards our right side, bring that left foot to stretch back. All right, get yourself nice and comfortable here. We're gonna take that forearm, bring it down. I want you to get comfortable here. Readjust wherever you are. Bring those hips to square. We're gonna start with our warrior one position. So again, that foot is gonna be right over, that knee is gonna be right over the ankle. Bring the arms up. This is our warrior one. As you exhale, release the shoulders away from your ears. Find length within the neck. Bring in those arms up. And on that exhale, as we open out warrior one. Keep breathing. And on that inhale, we reverse our warrior, taking the gaze up. Gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. Lift up through the chest. Want to open up our front body. And on that exhale, bring that forearm down, side angle. Again, imagine that your back is up against the wall, so we don't want to lean in. We want to open up. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And coming back, we're gonna bring that reverse one last time. Exhale, bring the hand down. We're gonna bring that back foot in first. Bring it back to neutral. Sweep the other side around. Go ahead and rock it out. All right, let's take that right foot. Bring in those knees to stillness. Stretch out the right foot. Flex the foot back. and point. We're engaging that quad, our hip. We're gonna hug that knee into the chest. As we hug it in, give it a little rock. And then I want you to start to make circles. So you can rather hug in under the thigh, you can hug in on the shin, or maybe grab the shin here. So whatever feels comfortable, go ahead and take that position. And we're gonna start to make circles with our knees. So wherever you are, whatever feels comfortable. And as you begin to move, I want you to think about the hip. So we're not pulling that energy from the foot. We're pulling that energy from the hip. So even if we weren't holding on, that hip is still moving. We're still moving our hip. Very nice. Let's go ahead and pause. We're gonna go the opposite way. Very nice. We got the birds chirping. They're giving us some more background music. All right, and hug the knee in as much as you can. Go ahead and roll the ankle around. And other side, move it the opposite way. Very nice. And go ahead and lower it down. Now extra if you'd like to straighten it out and then lower it down. Go ahead and give it a rock. All right. And again, we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So again, we're gonna straighten that leg out, flex the toes back. Again, engage in that quad. That quad is nice and hard here. Engage in that quad, point the toe, and then hug the knee in towards the chest. So again, you can hug here, you can hug here, or maybe one hand, whatever feels comfortable. We're gonna start our circles. Now this is something that I recommend while you work. Go ahead and just take a few moments, move the hip around. We don't realize that sitting affects our body in so many different ways. So whenever you can take a break to move, to stand, always take that moment. Keep going. Again, you can always be hands-free if you'd like. Again, that motion comes from the hip. Go ahead and pause. Go the opposite way. Right, let's see, was I going the opposite way? Very nice. All right. I have to remember which way I was going, right? And go ahead and give it a break. You can straighten it out and lower it, however you feel comfortable. Go ahead and give it a little rock here. All right. We're gonna take our feet, come up on the chair. We're gonna start our sun salutations here. So again, bringing those feet down, feet are gonna point forward. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale as we forward fold, bringing yourself down. Give your body some room here if you'd like to bring those feet out nice and wide. Bring yourself into the center, you're welcome to do so. Tucking the chin into the chest. Lower the head down as you relax. We're gonna bring our fingers down to the shin or the mat as we come to a flat back. Release those shoulders back away from the ears. And on that exhale, coming back into that forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale as we forward fold. Taking a flat back here. Forward fold back down. We're going to keep the knees bent, maybe take the knees together. As we bring our hands up, sit in our chair. Maybe those hands come together. Maybe they're out. Maybe you interlace the 3 fingers down, taking the index finger up, release the shoulders away. We're here in our chair pose. Again, finding that length, that space in between the shoulders and the ears. So we have a slight bend. I'll come off to the side. Have a slight bend here. And on that exhale, we're going to bring those hands to heart center. And we're gonna bring our right elbow over to the opposite side. Gaze up over on top of that elbow, maybe up towards the side of the wall, or maybe even the ceiling or the sky. Maybe those feet are together, depending on what works for you. Maybe we open up our hands, really opening up our shoulders. On that exhale, bringing those hands back together, we come over to the opposite side, bring it over. Again, gaze up. Keep breathing. Maybe opening your hands on this side if that's available. And on that exhale, bring it together. Coming back to center. Let's come back into that chair pose again, bringing your arms up overhead. You can interlace the hands down, index fingers point up. Now, if you'd like to bring both hands to heart center here, that's fine. Sometimes it's a little bit easier when you interlace those 3 fingers down and point the index finger up. So those index fingers touch. It tends to take a little bit of that pressure off of your shoulders and allow your shoulders to sink in. On that exhale, we bring our hands down by our side, release them. Go ahead and give our shoulders a little roll. All right. Taking your feet out nice and wide. We're gonna turn towards our side. So towards our left side, we're gonna bring that foot over towards our L position, and we're gonna turn that knee down. We're here in our lunge position. So feel free, if you'd like to take your block, you can always take a block and bring it down right underneath of your knee, stacking that knee right over top of your ankle. Bringing those arms up overhead. Keep breathing, relax the shoulders. So we're gonna take our outside hand, that's gonna be the hand that's right in front. We're gonna sweep it back, sweep that front arm forward, open up the chest and the shoulders, gaze towards that back hand. Sweep that back arm back up to center, bring both arms back up overhead. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're gonna take our inside hand, so that hand that's in the back. Watch out for the back of the chair. If you have a back of the chair, we're gonna sweep that arm back. Bring that front arm forward, look back. Keep breathing. So this is a little bit of a twist in our body. And take the back arm back up. Bring both arms back up overhead in our lunge. We're gonna take that outside hand, we're gonna take it back towards the thigh. Sweep the front arm up, gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. And bring that back arm back up, outside arm back up. And lower the hands down. We're gonna take that knee, bring it back up. Come back and go ahead and give your legs a little windshield wiper rock. Dipping the knees down. We're gonna prepare ourselves for the opposite side. So again, bring that foot over. Make an L, take the knee down. Hello, little birdie. I don't know if you can see the bird. All right, take it down. Again, readjust. That block is there for you to kind of keep yourself grounded here, and you're not putting a lot of pressure on that knee. Bring both arms up overhead. Now that toe, you can go ahead and tuck the toe because we have our toe down. The ball of the foot has the pressure. Keep breathing. Gonna take our outside hand, bring it back. Bring both arms out to a T, gaze back towards that back hand. Keep the chest lifted. And on that inhale, go ahead and bring it up. Swing both arms up overhead. Take that back hand, that inside hand, sweep it back. Bring that front arm to a T. Look back towards your back hand. And on that inhale, bring it back up. Come back up to your lunge. We're going to take that front hand, bring it down towards the thigh as we reverse. Lift up through the chest. And take it down. Come back up to center. Again, go ahead with your knee dips. Dip it down. This is almost like a Tootsie Roll, right? A slow Tootsie Roll. All right. And bring it back up nice and wide. Bring the feet out. Rock it out here. All right. I want you to get nice and stable here. We're going to bring those feet, bring them in. Just a little bit to your comfort. So the heels are going to be in, toes are going to be out. I want you to come up onto the balls of the feet. So lift those heels. You may feel the quads, you may feel the hips. We're starting here. This is our goddess pose, but we're here in our chair. So again, get comfortable. We're going to bring the arms up. And then on that exhale, bring it to cactus arms, goalpost arms. Bend the elbows. Keep breathing. Get comfortable here. Release the shoulders. You can rock it out if you like. Keep breathing. Bring the arms up. And cactus. Bring it up. Cactus. Bring it up. And cactus. 2 more, bring it up. Cactus. Last one, bring it up. And cactus arms here, hold. We're gonna bring those elbows to the front, bring them together, maybe they touch. Take it out. And let it touch. Take it out. 2 more just like this, bring it out. And open. And last one, bring it out. Bring it in. And open. Stretch the arms out. Lower the heels down. Go ahead and swing over to one side. And then over to the opposite side. And take it back to center. Both hands come down. We're going to swing our legs, bring them to center. Give it a little. Again, cross completely over. You have the block. Prop your foot up. You can always prop your foot up here. Whatever you are. If you can get that foot to cross over, and you can always bring the foot down, is that other foot down to help you cross over and maybe bring it in. We're flexing those toes back. We're sitting up nice and tall. And we start to hinge forward. Lowering ourselves down, feel that stretch along the hip. Maybe we push that thigh away, protecting that knee. Feel that stretch, flat back here, bring the shoulders back. Your gaze is down. Keep breathing. With every exhale, maybe you allow your body to hinge forward a little bit. Let the body decide on how it feels today. Maybe your mind, you want to go down a little bit more, but maybe your body is saying not today, and that's okay. Listen to your body. Tuck your chin into your chest. Keep breathing. Again, do what feels good to you. This is one of those poses that you want to just get comfortable, sink in. It's not something that you want to do quickly, because the longer you stay into these postures, the more you feel like, I can actually get comfortable here. I can feel the stretch. I can get the full benefit. My body will get soft and relaxed. And on that next inhale, as we begin to gently come back up to a comfortable seat, taking our sit bones back to neutral, our gaze back to neutral. We hug in the knee. And on that exhale, we let it fall, bring it down, give it a rock from left to right. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So again, we hug in the knee as much as possible. And we cross it over, grab it. Again, if we have the block and we like to take it down, you can still place it here. You can lower down that leg and have it cross as well. Whatever feels comfortable. So do what feels good. One side may be different than the other, so keep that in mind as well. So if you're here with your legs crossed, flexing the toe back, gonna breathe in, lift up through the chest, and on that exhale, begin to hinge forward. Taking that hand onto the thigh, hinging forward, flat back. Allowing your body to come down 1 inch, 1 vertebrae at a time. You get comfortable here. It's all right. Keep breathing. Listen to your body. Lowering our head. Getting that full benefit of the stretch along our hip, our lower back. Flexing our toe back to protect the ankle. Breath. And when we're ready, beginning to bring ourselves back up into a seated neutral position. We hug that knee back and feet together. Soles of the feet together. So take them as center as much as possible. Hinge forward. Allow those knees to open. Feel that stretch along the inside of your thigh. Sit up nice and tall, open out, and you can start to see the insides of the feet. Press the hands back. Lift up through the chest. Release the shoulders. Release the jaw. We're just counter stretching all of the stretches that we did within the hips. Maybe we take our hands to the chest, pressing into rather the feet together, or if the tops of our feet are on the mat, the sides, go ahead and press the feet down. Open up through the chest, lift up. If you like to take that gaze up towards this, taking those shoulder blades to touch. Explore, finding what feels good. Take 2 more cycles of breath. And on that exhale, lower the chest back down. Bring the hands back to the thighs. We're going to take each foot one at a time, bring it back onto the mat or the ground. Give your knees a little rock. We're going to go back to that knees in. So take your knees, your feet out as wide as possible. Shifting yourself forward where your hips are right off of the chair. And then go ahead and drop your knees in towards each other. Now you may want to do a little rock. That's fine. You may notice that maybe your body toes are down. We're sitting up nice and tall. Now if you'd like to come back to that position, bringing your hands towards the chair, lifting up through the chest, you're welcome to do that. Taking the elbows back, ceiling or the sky. Keeping those knees down. And on that exhale, release those hands back down. Take the hands back onto the thigh. Take a moment here. And taking each foot one at a time to bring it flat on the ground. Give those knees a little rock. We're going to take one last forward fold. So again, if you'd like to take your feet out, give yourself some room to come down, feel free to do so. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, take the hands down, all the way down towards the mat. Tuck your chin into your chest. Take a moment here. Notice if your body feels a little bit more relaxed from the very first forward of your block. And you can relax yourself onto your block. Whether your hands or your head comes down. Release your shoulders. Take 2 cycles of breath. We're going to take our hands onto our thighs, still with our head down. Gently press into the thighs as we slowly curl back up here on the chair. So if you'd like to sit here, you're welcome to do so. Maybe you'd like to come down onto the floor. So if you'd like to come down onto the floor, you can always bring your props off to the side. And you can bring that chair, in my instance, my pseudo chair, can come down onto your bottom. Come down onto your back. So as you come down onto your back, you bring your feet into the seat of the chair with that bend in your knees. Lower your chest. And wherever you are, if you decided to stay in your chair today, or maybe today you decided to get on the ground, we're going to release the tension from our toes. Allow our feet to be soft, softening our knees. Allowing our knees to be soft, allowing them to part. Relax and surrender. Allowing our hips to become neutral. Relieving that tension from our lower back, our sacrum. Upper back. Allowing our back to be soft. Our shoulders surrender. Our neck is long and soft. Unclenching our jaw. Relaxing our tongue. Between our eyes to soften. Maybe gently closing our eyes. Or just allowing our eyes to be soft here. As we bring that focus and that awareness to our breath, on the inhale, allowing our chest to rise, and on the exhale, breathe, noticing how our body gets softer, how our chest releases. To just be here in this moment. Give yourself permission to relax. Even though we have so many distractions that are around us, focus is right around us, right in this aura. And all of the outside distractions, the outside noise begins to turn down. There's nothing that we need to do in this moment, but simply breathe. That's the only thing that we need to, that matters in this very moment. the breath. Let's take another breath or two in silence. And as we begin to bring energy and awareness back into our breath and our bodies, we invite movement by wiggling our fingers and our toes. And then if you're on your back, go ahead and bring your knees over to one side, stacking your knees, maybe cradling your head if you need it. If you're seated in the chair, just go ahead and moving your shoulders a little bit, inviting the movement. And when you're ready, if you're on the ground, using that top hand to push yourself up to any comfortable seat. We bring our hands to heart center together, our thumbs into our chest. We give thanks. Thanks that we committed to us and we woke up this morning and decided to practice. To our body for supporting us in the practice today. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. I can't wait to practice with you again. I hope that you enjoyed the practice. I wish you all right, family. We have had the sun come up and we allowed ourselves to get nice and comfortable here. I hope that you enjoyed the practice. It's always good to be able to practice somewhere different, a little bit of a different background. So that's always fun. I wish you a great day, great weekend. Enjoy yourself, bring the happiness. Today's intention word is happiness. So spread joy, spread the joy, spread the good. If you enjoyed this practice, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I see 2 people have already given it a thumbs up, but thank you so much. And I want you to enjoy your day. I'm definitely gonna enjoy this beautiful day. I hope that you have enjoyed it. You can always rewatch this one. Chair practice is really good, especially when you just want to take a little bit of a break throughout your day. So I cannot wait to see you next week, same time, same place. And all right, bye-bye.